guys! Welcome to our Friday Hangout!
Yeah.
We are so excited that you guys are here to hang out with us this afternoon. My name is Becky, if we've never met, and this is...
Josh.
You
stalled. So
I'm sorry. Yeah, I was letting you introduce yourself.
My name is Josh.
Well, we're so happy that you guys are here.
Yeah.
We're going to be having some fun this afternoon, doing some pretty cool stuff. Playing a game, we'll have some time for a devotional, and of course worship, which is awesome. But before we do that, we're just going to chill a little bit ahead of time to let people kind of tune in, because we know not everybody is here at 4 o'clock on the dot. So we're gonna chill out here for a minute. While we're waiting for people to come on in, I'm going to introduce a friend of ours that you guys should all know and
Yes.
do love at this point. And this is our friend, Darcy. So I'm gonna put Darcy very specifically through there, and you'll see that this is our social distancing stick to let you know that we are staying 6 feet apart at all times so that we can keep you safe and us safe at the same time. Now, it's a little bit more difficult to maneuver Darcy around this time because, as you've noticed, there's a bit of an addition to our stage setup this time. So I don't know if you can see, you probably can't see it because you can see the pole right here, but you can hear it. There is a piece of plexiglass in between us at this point as another one of the new steps to help protect people from the spread of the virus. So this is just one of the things that we've added in to help protect us and protect you. So it's gonna look a little different on the stage now from now on, but this is kind of just the way it is for the time being, and we'll make it work. We'll maybe incorporate it into a game or something.
Yeah, we'll find a use for it.
Yeah. So that's kind of what we're hanging out in at this point today. Now, Josh, I know that you have some fun stuff that you want to talk about today.
Yes, I do. Thank you for mentioning that, Becky. We're really pumped for today because we get to do this every Friday. Celebrate everyone's birthday whose it was for the week. The week!
We have so many birthdays this week.
A lot
so
of
many.
Birthdays. Ready?
We gotta say the names.
I'm gonna read them out. Sorry,
Yes.
let me read them out. All the birthday people: Hannah, Madison, William, Jen, Luke, Josh, not me, another Josh, Jared.
And he's one of our leaders, so we're giving a special shout out to him.
Special shout out.
All right.
And we're gonna sing.
We're gonna put on our special party hats first.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
How could I
Josh,
forget?
how can you forget?
Oh, I don't have my streamer. Okay.
That's okay. All right, are we ready? We're gonna celebrate everybody whose birthday it was this week, so you can sing along in the chat, give some claps or congratulatory emojis in the chat. But we're excited to celebrate you this week.
And if you know the Shine FM birthday song, join us at home. Ready?
Yes, take it away.
3, 2, 1. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday just for you. I don't know this song very well. Happy birthday!
Okay, we need to sing Happy birthday to you. Woo! Happy birthday to you. Woo! Happy birthday, dear Hannah, Madison, William, Jen, Luke, Josh, and Jared. Happy birthday to you. Woo! Woo! Happy birthday, everybody. We are so excited to be able to celebrate you today. I'm covered in confetti, just like last time, but that is all worth it because we get to celebrate you, which is awesome. So we hope that you've had a good week. You got to celebrate your birthday in some way or another, or if not, hopefully this was a good celebration.
Yeah. We know you guys are stuck at home a little more, so we wanted to just show you some love.
Yeah, birthdays look a little different this time. Holidays also look a little bit different, I've noticed this year, just because we're all inside. So I was checking out some holidays on the internet the last couple of days to see what kind of weird holidays that we might be missing.
Right.
And apparently, today is National No Sock Day. Did you know that, Joshua?
No, I did not.
I'm celebrating! I am celebrating by not wearing socks, even though it is freezing cold outside.
She made a mistake.
I did not make a mistake, sir. You're
mean,
not
she
wearing
did not.
socks.
Sorry.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Sure, I can say I have no socks.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe some of you guys are celebrating National No Sock Day today. If not, I'll let you know that tomorrow, another weird holiday that has to do with socks for some reason, it's National Lost Sock Memorial Day.
Oh, I always lose my socks.
Right? If you've lost a sock, tomorrow is your day to mourn your lost socks for some reason.
Get ready to mourn them.
It's pretty great. Anyways, Enough about holidays. Welcome to everybody who's just joined us. If you're seeing any of the craziness that's here on the screen, we've got some balloons and confetti, and we're talking about socks. It's a weird afternoon, but that's okay. We're here to have some fun. So welcome everybody who's just joining us. I can see that we've got General Kanoa in the chat. I see Moses and Lydia. That's awesome. Thank you guys for joining us this afternoon. We are so excited to hang out with you and play a game. So today, we're going to be playing another game that we've actually played before called Two Confessions. So we're going to be having 3 contestants come and play with us today. And if you have not seen our Two Confessions game before, I'll kind of go over how this works. So we're going to be having 3 contestants, Josh, Jono, and Austin. They are going to be opening up envelopes that have statements inside them. Some of them may be true, some of them may be not so true.
Right.
And what the goal of the reader of the statement is to convince everybody else that the statement is true, whether or not it actually is. So it's going to be quite fun. They have to read their statement, and then they have the rest of the contestants have 1 minute to interrogate the person who is reading to figure out whether or not they're lying. So once you guess, or once you finish your interrogation, you have a chance to guess. If you are correct, you get a point. If you're not correct, 0 points. At the end, we will see how many points everyone has and who wins. So without further ado, I'm going to jump off the screen and invite Josh, or no, you're already here, Jono onto the screen to join us. So let's give him some claps.
All right. I'm excited to be here.
And
Alrighty. I think you guys can hear me on the stream now that I've walked over to my my mic, and you can also see that Austin has joined us on the stream as well.
Is that Austin?
Yeah.
Or Abe Lincoln?
Yeah, I was just gonna
I
say.
plan to throw people off the scent with drama.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so as I said before, we're going to be starting with one person, so that's going to be Jono today. He's going to open up his first statement in a second here and read it. So once he finishes reading it, Josh and Austin, you have 1 minute to interrogate Jono as best as you can to see whether or not he is telling the truth. Are you guys ready?
Yes?
Yes? Josh, are you ready? Are you sure? It does not seem like you are.
I am ready.
Okay, here we
I'm
go.
going to be a force to be reckoned with.
I'm gonna win this.
All right, John.
I temporarily lost an eyebrow in a chemistry accident in high school.
You temporarily lost an eyebrow in a chemistry accident in high school. You have 1 minute.
Give us some details about the experiment.
Well, we were mixing different types of acids, and so as we were working with our team, fortunately one of them splashed, and hit my right eyebrow.
Was it full eyebrow,
terrifying.
half eyebrow?
Yeah, it was like a good chunk of it. I'd say it was almost all of it.
Do you recall the chemical?
No, I don't. It was chemistry. I didn't do so well in that
Sorry,
class.
did it burn off, or did it melt off, or help us understand how this,
Well, I looked in the mirror and it wasn't there, so I have no way of explaining that to
kinda
you.
like
You didn't feel it?
singed?
I did not feel it.
Oh, okay.
No. They just looked at me and they were like, "Oh," and I was kind of freaked out. So it was weird.
This sounds like a hair loss treatment that could be utilized.
And then, how long did it take your eyebrow to grow back?
A good while. Probably like 3 weeks, something like that.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
time is
Okay.
up,
Okay.
interrogators. Is this statement true or false? It looks like Emma in the chat believes that Jono is telling the truth, that he temporarily lost an eyebrow. Austin, Josh, what are your thoughts?
Josh, what do you think?
I think he's telling the truth.
All right.
I think he did do this.
Okay.
Yeah,
Austin?
I'm smelling a little bit of a liar, a bit of a rat over here.
We
Wow.
have a split vote here, folks.
Wow.
We have one true, one false. Are you ready to reveal your answer?
That's
It is
false.
False! So that means that Austin gets a point! Josh has a big fat mistake. All right, nice job,
Sad day.
gentlemen. All right, Austin, it is your turn to open up your very first envelope.
Here we go. Well, it's deep. It's very deep within. Me, Austin, was the belly flop champion in my high school gym class.
You have 1 minute.
champion.
Very soft.
He was the
G.
belly flop champion in his high school gym class.
In my gym class.
What year?
Grade 11. So I was 16.
What was the trophy?
There wasn't a who said anything about a trophy?
Have any
What-
questions?
What kind of belly flops were they?
Like when you jump. Josh, do you not know what a belly flop is?
Just go ahead and explain in detail
You stand
how.
on the
I'd
edge
like
of
to
the
know.
pool or on a diving board.
Yes.
And you jump into the air, rotate yourself to the horizontal dimension, and then land firmly on the
Oh,
water.
that's what you, okay. Who named you
15
champ
seconds.
of that?
Well, we had a competition for anyone who wanted. They could opt in, and I ended up winning. Like I said, a force to be reckoned with.
All right.
It's a weird statement, so
Yeah.
I'm really not sure.
Yeah.
All right, time is up. Now, Josh, do you believe that Austin was the belly flop champion?
I
in
believe
his high
he's
school gym
absolutely lying.
class? Lying. All right, Joshua, what is your
I think
verdict?
he's lying too.
All right.
It's a weird competition.
All right, so it looks like in the chat there's Grover says he has
Yes,
no
no
belly.
belly.
Matt does not believe you. Emma says it's not true either. Alma's asking, who decided you were the champion? Let's get a bonus question in there.
Well, first of all, may I just reveal the answer?
I mean, sure.
It is, in fact, true.
Oh, goose eggs off
Our gym
Nice
teacher
job.
hosted a competition, and I ended up winning.
What?
How
Does
do
that
you
answer
win?
Your question, Alma?
He had people voting from the rest of the gym class.
Oh.
Well, there you go. It was democratic.
Wow.
System.
I feel
Election.
so lied to.
All right. So at this point, we're sitting with Austin, I believe, has 1 point. Everybody else has goose eggs. Josh, it is now your turn to open up your very first statement.
I could have told you that was coming.
All right.
Here we go.
I once sneezed and a Cheeto came out of my nose.
Right on.
How old were you when this happened?
Probably 11.
That's,
Did you use the phrase sneezy cheesy to describe it afterwards?
I did not. I'm not as.
What a missed opportunity.
Did it hurt?
It just kind of felt slimy. Like, cause it just kind of.
Were you eating Cheetos?
I was.
Did you have a dusty schnoz afterwards?
It was kind of like, yeah, I probably left a residue a little
Was
bit.
it still crispy when it came out the other end?
No, it was definitely more soft and kind of crunched up there.
Did it
this-
come out
It was a
rapidly, or
weird,
did
it was
this
a weird
seep down?
sensation.
Was this the first time this happened to you?
Yes, and the last.
15 seconds.
Would you do it again?
Probably not. It was.
It wasn't my choice, was it?
No,
It was an accident.
It
right?
was.
You like laughed or something?
Yeah, it was something weird like that, or someone like startled me and I laughed
right,
in the
okay.
process.
All right, the interrogation is finished. So, what are your verdicts, gentlemen? Austin, Jono.
I'm
Do you
gonna
think
call-
that Josh is telling the truth?
I'm gonna call that false.
All right.
Wow.
We've got one false.
Rude.
You see, when I was a wee chap, I did the same sort of thing with a chunk of watermelon. So I'm inclined to believe you.
All right, so we have another split vote
This
based
is the
on
truest
experience.
confession.
Grover does not believe you. He says that your nostrils are too small.
Actually, I
Yeah,
have
but
pretty
you
big
said that about my
nostrils.
belly, so.
Alma also has a follow-up question. Was it a whole Cheeto or just the Cheeto dust?
It was a partial.
Partial Cheeto.
Partial Cheeto.
All right, Joshua, can you reveal your answer?
I was lying.
Yes!
Oh,
I didn't even
It
know
was
that you
false.
could do that.
No,
That's crazy
apparently
that.
I wasn't lying.
I feel
I
vindicated.
know.
All right, so that means that Jono has a point. So as it stands, we have
Nice.
1 point for Austin, 1 point for Jono, 0 for Joshua. So we're gonna pass it back all the way to Jono to start us with the second.
All right,
round.
here we go. I punched a girl in the face at a concert
Whoa.
here at the church.
He punched a girl in the face here at the church
Oh, I
at a
hope this
concert.
is true.
What concert?
It was a Cutlass concert back in 2003.
Okay. Why?
Or 06, sorry, 2006.
Like you were dancing, or
Yeah,
you
just
meant
moshing
to
around.
punch her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
His punch dancing is rage out. And bam!
Did you
Violence
know
was
the girl?
to be had that night.
No, I did not.
You didn't know her. Okay. So
Was blood shed?
I can't remember.
Did she
How
punch you back?
convenient.
What?
Did she punch you back?
No.
Were the police contacted immediately?
No.
Do you know what part of your body you punched her with?
I think it was my right hand.
Was it intentional or?
No, not at all.
Oh, that's good.
Cutlass 2003. Who were you with?
I was with some friends.
Which ones?
Cutlass.
I think it was
Bruce Moore.
Timothy and Jordan. Some
What are
buddies I know.
they?
All right, your interrogation time is finished, gentlemen. Austin, Josh, what are your thoughts about
Austin, you
Jono's
go ahead.
statement?
I'm really unsure.
Yeah, I'm on the fence about this one.
Well, we can look to the chat. Who was it? Was it on purpose? I believe you said it was not on purpose.
No, it was not on purpose.
Concert was Cutlass. Emma says false. General Canoa says
Was
Johnny is
worshiping
person
so-
too hard to notice. All right, Austin,
Does he
Josh.
seem very remorseful?
I'm going to say this is false.
Okay. We have one vote false. Joshua?
This is a hard one.
I'm gonna go with true.
All right, another split vote. One of you is correct, one of you is not. Josh, or Jono, can you reveal your answer, please?
This was true.
Oh.
It was true!
Yep.
Jono punched a
It
girl
was
in
an
the
accident.
face.
I regret it to this day. But it happened.
He is remorseful.
It definitely happened.
He just smiled the whole time to not show his remorse.
Oh my
Like a
goodness.
psychopath.
So at this point, with that verdict, we have a three-way tie.
Whoa.
1 point for each gentleman.
Oh my
So, Joshua, or sorry, Austin.
Austin.
Austin. Dear Austin.
Can you please open up your next envelope?
No, this guy in Austin, see?
In elementary school, my mother gave me a mullet.
You have 60 seconds.
Wow.
Like your mom shaved your head to give you a mullet? Like she shaped it into a mullet? Is that
Yes, she made my hair look like a mullet in the way she cut it.
okay? Okay.
Do people make fun of you?
I think this was long enough ago where a mullet was actually kind of cool.
What?
Or at least that's the way I thought about it. Yikes.
What grade were you in at the time? Do you recall?
Grade 4? Yeah, I'm gonna say grade 4.
Would you consider yourself a skater kid in grade 4?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
I didn't skateboard though, it's just a poser skateboard. That's the honest truth.
Did you carry a skateboard around with you?
No, like I never owned a skateboard my whole life.
Oh, man.
That's
Probably
how-
for the best,
This
or
is the true confessions of two confessions.
Did your mom do this on purpose?
What do you mean? Did she accidentally cut my hair?
Yeah, like, was it an accident so she had to make a mullet, or was it
No, my mom always intentionally cut my hair.
All right, interrogation time is over, gentlemen.
Rose is too fashionable. No way.
Did Austin's mom give him a mullet when he was in elementary school? Natasha wants to know what your mom's profession is. Or was.
She's an
A
accountant.
mother. She went to school for a teacher, and then was a stay-at-home
Alpha, he was a
accountant.
skater boy.
Oh
He
my
was a
God.
skater boy.
All right,
All right,
gentlemen,
sorry.
what are your verdicts?
I'm gonna say that that's true.
All right, we've got a truth.
Mr. Josh, is this man
Hard.
lying?
What do you think?
We have a couple who believe it's true, a couple who believe it's false. We have a split vote.
Right on.
Joshua?
I think it's true as well.
True. 2 votes true. Austin, reveal your answer.
It seems the disguise is working well.
No
you
way.
see, that's not at all true.
Oh.
It's not true. It was completely false. He fooled you both and half of the chat as well. So that means that we sit at a
I
three-way
can see
tie.
Brian doing that.
1 point each.
Wow. This is interesting.
Wonderful. All right. So
Oh,
we're passing
man.
things on to Joshua.
Okay. Oh. Actually, what direction? Oh, there we go. I've been interrogated by the Prime Minister's Secret Service.
You have 60 seconds.
I didn't know our country had a secret service.
It's their version of Secret Service.
Do you mean like the airport authorities?
No, the bodyguards would follow the Prime Minister around.
And they interrogated you?
Yes.
When was this?
I was 19 and managing a restaurant.
Did they ask about the things you were putting in the food for the Prime Minister?
Oh, they did. Yeah.
When was this?
I'm 20. 9 years ago. Trying to do some math.
That's a lot of years ago, Josh.
Yeah. Or
What did these guys?
Which was the
Eight.
restaurant you were at?
a Boston Pizza.
Yes, the Prime Minister does love
You have
Boston
15
pizza.
seconds, gentlemen.
He was at the restaurant,
He followed later. Correct.
and he was in Calgary, or was this?
In Calgary. Yeah.
Did they interrogate you at the Boston
Which
Pizza?
Boston
or did they
Pizza?
take you off site for that interrogation?
They took me to the back of the Boston Pizza.
Which Boston Pizza?
The Croker location.
All right, your interrogation time is over, gentlemen. Did Josh get interrogated by the Prime Minister's Secret Service? I don't see any thoughts in the in the chat other than that Josh
Josh is so sketchy.
General Kanoa says it sounds far-fetched but true.
Totally
So,
true,
Austin,
especially
Jono, what do you think?
Yeah, that's a tough. I would.
True.
I wish I could ask one more question, but that's okay.
You can ask it after.
Yeah.
I think it's completely rubbish.
All right, we've got a false.
I'm gonna go true.
Emma doesn't know what to believe. Jono thinks it's true. Joshua?
It is
reveal your
true.
answer.
Oh,
it is
no.
true. He
It is
really
true.
was interrogated by the Prime Minister's Secret Service.
Stephen
What
Harper.
happened?
Stephen Harper is a big fan of Boston Pizza. He
Ah.
lived in Tuscany, and every time he was in town, he usually came either with his kids or a friend to the Boston Pizza I worked at.
Wow.
And so Secret Service, or whatever you call them, they come in first. They make sure the place is safe. They have conversations with us as managers, and then they tell them it's okay, and then they bring them in.
Shocking.
It was pretty cool.
Were you at all frightened?
No, I was just startled because he showed me his badge, and I was like, did I do something? I was just really confused. I was like, this guy is way too nicely dressed for anything I've done.
We've been tracking you for years, Josh.
Yeah.
The jig is up. Fraud.
All
It
right.
was like, I'm with Stephen Harper's Secret Service. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I was just thrown.
Well, that's
Thrown
amazing.
off.
Well, thank you for sharing your two confessions with us, gentlemen.
You are welcome.
We have a final score, and that is with Jono as our winner.
Yeah.
We have 1 point for Austin, 1 point for Josh, 2 points for Jono.
Well
Big
done.
round of applause for you, Jono.
Well
You did a
done.
fantastic
Thank you.
job.
Thank you.
And it was really cool to get to know you guys just a little bit better and the weird and wacky things that you have in your past. Thank you guys so very much. Now, I'm going to be passing it off to Jono as he's going to transition us into our time for a devotional.
Awesome. So, guys, we have been working through the book of Philippians the last few Fridays here, and we're going to be fast forwarding a bit into chapter 3. So, if you guys have your Bibles, you want to read along with us, I'm going to be going to verse 13. Now, I've got to just find where 13 is right here. So, this is what it says. 13, brothers, I do not consider myself yet to have taken hold of it. But one thing I do, forgetting what is behind and straining on to what is ahead. I press on toward the goal to win the prize for which God has called me heavenward in Christ Jesus. Now, I just wanted to chat with you guys really quickly about a few points that I picked out through this verse here. And one thing that we got to note with Paul is that this theme comes up a lot of focus and pursuit. And so this afternoon, I want us to think about this kind of main theme, and that's let's continue forward and forgetting what is behind. So the first thing that I picked up on these verses is about Paul. See, Paul had to shift his perception from himself to others. And all throughout Philippians, he's focusing on encouraging others, even though he himself is stranded in a jail cell and writing this. I know right now in our lives, we can feel like maybe we're kind of stuck and stranded in jail cells too, stuck at home or stuck in self-isolation. And I want us to just pause for a second and think about the amazing things that Paul did during his time in isolation and what we can still do and reach out and encouraging other people around us. We can pray for our family, our friends. We can smile to neighbors and get to know how they've been doing through this time. You see, when we put aside our anger or our difficulties, we're able to shift towards others, and we give our burdens to God, and He relieves us, gives us comfort so we can comfort others. So that's one point. The second point is Paul was goal focused, and this theme comes up time and time again. He focused on how to serve better, to pray for others, but one thing that was really, really cool was that he focused and oriented himself to the pinpoint of where he was going. And so think about a racer focusing on a finish line at the beginning of the start, right? He's seeing the goal ahead of him. But what happens is when a gun goes off, the race doesn't just, he doesn't just stay there and stare at it. He has to move, he has to engage and go forward. And so Paul, in this verse here, as he's saying, not that I've taken hold of it, right? And he's talking about the perfection and maturity in God. He's aiming himself, but he's moving towards it. And finally, I want to think about a third thing. He actively put away or forgot the past. And this is super, super important. I think of one of my favorite racers right now. He drives for Team Haas in Formula One. I've been following Formula One races the last little bit. The guy's name is Romain Grosjean, and he started a couple of years ago, and he had a pretty decent record, and all of a sudden during his races, he started crashing like crazy, and it's like he couldn't win any races or finish it. The cars he would drive got in total wrecks, and it was like he was playing a mental game, because as soon as he got in that car, it's like this terror and anxiety started to hit him, and he couldn't focus as great, so therefore he lost his races. In the same way, and later on, Grosjean was able to refocus himself, and then he started winning again. In the same way, I want to bring that back to what Paul is saying here. Paul had a lot of crazy stuff going on when he was a Pharisee. He would kill a lot of Christians. He had a lot of doubt and guilt and stuff that would come up, I'm sure, and maybe families of the people that he affected. It's very easy that he could have been discouraged and shut down completely, but no, he didn't. He said he forgot. And not only did he forget, he pushed it aside, and he said he pressed on towards the goal that is in Christ. So guys, if you have any regrets, if you have anything from the past, mistakes, doubts that haunt you, or things that you just don't want to remember, I want to encourage us to put that at the foot of the cross, bury it in the mound of grace, and think of giving these things to God, learning from these mistakes, not focusing on them, learning from what lessons are to be known from them, but guys, to push forward. And in this time, I really, really want us to do that together. So what big mistakes, regrets, or thoughts are keeping you from launching forward or pursuing God's best? So let's pray together, and from there, we're just going to transition into worship. Father, I want to thank you so much for your word. I want to thank you for Paul the Apostle and the amazing letter that he wrote. I ask God for my friends, everyone that's online tonight. Lord, if there's things that have haunted them or has been holding them back from being that hope in this world, I pray that you would strengthen them. I pray every single person right now, God, would just be filled with your grace, your spirit, that they would be able to refocus, God. And I know it's tough. I know that there's a lot of stuff right now emotionally going on with some people, and some of us might be totally fine. And so I pray for people who are totally fine and just having a great time. Lord, continue to bless them, continue to encourage them, continue to grow them. And Lord, for those that are struggling with what's been going on in this life, God, I pray that they would go to the cross, we would reflect upon you, be strengthened by you, and we're just so thankful that we have a goal to press towards, that we're not just aimlessly fighting, but we have a place to go, and that's you. We worship you. In your name we pray. Amen.
Thanks, Jonna. As you were speaking, I'm reminded of the story in Mark 4 when the disciples go out on the boat and a huge storm blows up and Jesus is sleeping. So I know some of you during this time feel maybe a little bit more anxious or a lot more anxious, worried. I know a lot of you are worried about the future for your family, for other people who are getting sick. But I think the question that we want to ask you today is, what is your focus on? If you take a look at the story in Mark 4, disciples couldn't focus on anything other than the waves. But today we have a chance to focus on Jesus, because he is in control of the waves. Right now, if you are feeling overwhelmed, are feeling anxious or worried, just take this next couple minutes just to give that all to God. If you close your eyes and just say, God, this is what I'm worried about. God, this is what's weighing heavy on my heart today. Whether it be finances, health, friends or family, God. Let's just give that to Him. And just in this moment, feel His peace wash over you. And later on in Philippians, it says that when we get to know Christ, His peace that is above all understanding, we get that peace. We get to experience something that only comes from Him, something that this world will never give. No power, no money can ever give us that peace that comes with knowing Jesus. Right now our lyrics are down, and so why don't we just sing this song together? If you guys know it, just sing it out. It's called The Heart of Worship. I'm coming back to the heart of worship, and it's all about you. It's all about you, Jesus. I'm sorry, Lord, for the thing I've made it. When it's all about you, it's all about you, Jesus. Coming back to the heart of worship, when it's all about you. It's all about you, Jesus. I'm sorry, Lord, for the thing I've made it. When it's all about you, it's all about you, Jesus. When the music fades and all is stripped away, and I simply come, longing just to bring something that's of worth that will bless your heart. I'll bring you more than a song, for a song in itself is not what you have required. You search much deeper within, through the way things appear. You're looking into my heart. I'm coming back to the heart of worship, when it's all about you. It's all about you, Jesus. I'm sorry, Lord, for the thing I've made it. When it's all about you, it's all about you, Jesus. Sing King of Endless Worth. King of endless worth, no one could express how much you deserve. Though I'm weak and poor, all I have is yours. Every single breath, I'll bring you more than a song, for a song in itself
is not what you have required. You search much deeper within, through the way things appear. You're looking into my heart. I'm coming back to the heart of worship, when it's all about you. It's all about you, Jesus. I'm sorry, Lord, for the thing I've made it. When it's all about you, it's all about you, Jesus. It's all about I don't wanna be afraid another time I face the waves. I don't wanna be afraid. I don't wanna be afraid. I don't wanna fear the storm just because I hear it roar. I don't wanna fear the storm. I don't wanna fear the storm. Oh, peace, be still. Say the word and I will set my feet upon the sea till I'm dancing in the deep. Oh, peace, be still. You are here, so it is well. Even when my eyes can't see, I will trust the voice that speaks. I'm not gonna be afraid, 'cause these waves are only waves. I'm not gonna be afraid. I'm not gonna be afraid. I'm not gonna fear the storm. You are greater than its roar. Oh, I'm not gonna fear the storm. Oh, I'm not gonna fear it all. Oh, peace, be still. Say the word and I will set my feet upon the sea till I'm dancing in the deep. Oh, peace, be still. You are here, so it is well. Even when my eyes can't see, I will trust the voice that speaks. Peace, peace over Let's make these next words be a prayer. Sing this over yourself. Let faith rise up and your heart believe. Let's sing. Let faith rise up, oh heart, believe. Let faith rise up in me. Let faith rise up, oh heart, believe. Let faith rise up in me. Let faith rise up, oh heart, believe. Let faith rise up in me.
under your wings. Cover me within your mighty hand. When the oceans rise and thunders roar, I will soar with you above the storm. Father, you are King over the flood. I will be still and know you are God. Find rest. Find rest, my soul, in Christ alone. Know His power, know His power, in quietness and trust. When the oceans rise and thunders roar, and I will soar with you above the storm. Father, you are King over the flood. And I will be still and know you are God. Will be still and know that you are God. You are faithful. So find rest. Find rest, my soul, in Christ alone. Know His power, in quietness and trust. When the oceans rise and thunders roar, I will soar with you above the storm. Father, you are King over the flood. And I will be still and know you are God. When the oceans rise and I will soar with you above the storm. Father, you are King over and I will be still and know you are God. And I will be still and know you are God. And our Father, and all of heaven roars your name, sing louder. Let this place erupt with praise. Can you hear it? The sound of heaven touching earth. The sound of heaven touching earth. Our Father, and all of heaven roars your name, sing louder. Let this place erupts with praise. Can you hear it? The sound sound of heaven touching earth. Spirit, break out. Break our walls down. Spirit, break out. Heaven, come down. Your spirit, spirit, break out. Break our walls down. Break our walls down. Spirit, break out. Heaven, come down. King Jesus, you're the name we're lifted high. Your glory shaking up the earth and skies. Revival, we want to see your kingdom here. We want to see your kingdom here. King Jesus, let your name be lifted high. Your glory shaking up the earth and skies. Revival, we want to see your kingdom here. We want to see your kingdom here. King Jesus, you're the name. Your glory, you're shaking up the earth and skies. Revival, we want to see your kingdom here. We want to see your kingdom. Spirit, break out. Break our walls down. Your spirit, break out. Spirit, break out. We long for your presence. Heaven, come down. Spirit, break out. Spirit, break out. Break our walls down. Spirit, break out. Heaven, come down. Let's sing King Jesus one last time. King Jesus, you're the name we're lifted high. Your glory shaking up the earth and sky. Revival, we want to see your kingdom here. We want to see your kingdom here.
Yeah, Jesus, that is what we want to see right now, Jesus. We want to see your kingdom here. As you taught us to pray that your kingdom come, we ask for that right now. Jesus, we think about the words that we're just singing. Spirit, break out. Heaven, come down. Your kingdom here. Revival, revival. God, we ask for that right now. If ever there was a time in our lifetime for a revival, it is now. People are turning to you. They're looking for you, Jesus. And we ask that you would start a new fire. You would rekindle the flame in all the hearts of your people, Jesus, that we would just fall so much deeper in love with you.
that the love that we have for you would be so strong, it would just bubble over and we wouldn't be able to keep it in. We'd have to just share it because it is so good. Jesus, we thank you for your love. It is so good and we don't deserve it, but you give it to us anyway, and we thank you with everything that we have. We thank you for that. Jesus, we want to lift up to you right now the people that we are consistently lifting up to you, who are continually needing us to lift their arms up for them in this battle. The families who are directly affected by this virus, family members who are sick, family members who have lost their jobs, who are stuck at home and can't leave. Maybe they're stuck in a situation that's not good, it's not healthy. It's a very bad space to be right now. Jesus, we ask that you would be with every one of those individuals right now, that you would come and you would be their peace, that you would be their comfort, that you would reveal yourself in new ways to these people if they know you, or Jesus, if they don't know you, that you would reveal yourself to them for the first time. And they would be so overwhelmed by your love and your comfort and your peace that they would have no choice but just to fall down at your feet and worship you, praise you, and love you. Right now, we also want to open up our hearts, Jesus, and our hands as a symbol to say, hey, I'm here. Use me. There are people right now who are really alone, who are isolated, who don't feel like they have anyone around to love them, to help them, to care for them. Jesus, we know that you're there, but they can't see it for some reason. They're wearing some sort of blinders. They don't feel you, Jesus. We ask that you would use us to be your hands and feet, to be your love to these people in any way that we can. Father, we also pray for families who are struggling financially right now. It's a very, very hard place to be, who don't maybe have a job, who aren't really sure how they're going to pay rent or bills or for groceries, Jesus. We ask that you would stir up the hearts of your people to help provide for these people, that you would come and you would meet the people who are in need, that you would give them comfort, and you would show them that it's okay, that you have a plan. God, we also just ask practically, would you give them the things that they need, the provision that they need, a job, enough money for their next rent check, whatever they need practically, Jesus. Would you do some miracles in these people's lives today? Even just small ones. Would you reveal yourself in new ways and use us to do that, Jesus? Jesus, we also want to pray for our own hearts right now. If we are struggling with fear, if we're struggling with depression, loneliness, anxiety, whatever it is, Jesus, that is not of you, we ask right now, Jesus, that you would come and that you would cut off those chains that are holding us in this place that's not able to focus on you and see that you are good and that you are here to uphold us, to help us, to rescue us. Would you dissolve that fear in our hearts? Melt it away so that we can fully see you as our peace, as our provider. Jesus, we thank you for who you are. We love you so deeply. We pray all these things in your name. Amen. Well, that was fun, guys. It's always fun to come together and worship our King, to remind ourselves of some truths that are sometimes hard to remember when we have all of the struggles right in front of us. If there's something that you would like to talk about, that you would like prayer for, because you're realizing that you have this fear or anxiety, or you're feeling lonely or anxious, we want to be there to talk with you and to pray for you. So if that's something that you're looking for, you can type !chat or !prayer into the chat, and it'll send you a link to be able to connect with us so that we can chat with you and we can pray for you. If you don't want to do it through the chat, you can send us a DM on Instagram as well, at CSCYM. We would love to pray for you there as well. So please don't don't hesitate. We're here to connect with you. Now, if you are new and this is your first time joining us, we want to say welcome. Thanks for coming and joining us today. We hope that you've had a good time. If this is something that you're interested in getting to be a little bit more formally connected with, we would invite you to type !connect into the chat, and that will also send you a link to be able to contact us and get a little more formally connected. Get to know us, we can get to know you, and we can hopefully get you connected to a small group of super cool people who want to be your friend. So you can throw that in the chat, and we'll be able to connect with you that way. Throughout the week, we have lots of things that are going on, not just Friday Hangouts, but we have things on Monday and Wednesday and Sunday and all throughout the week. We only do worship once a week, but we do hang out together and get into the Word, especially on Wednesdays. So if you're not part of a small group, a community group, we'd love to get you connected. If you type in !connect, you can be part of our Wednesday night streams. If you're in junior high, we meet at 4 p.m., so same time, same place. And if you're in senior high, we meet at 7 p.m., same place, different time. So we'd love to see you there. You can check it out. You don't have to get formally connected if you don't want to just yet, but you can come check it out. We'd love to hang out with you there. We also do some fun things throughout the week, like our Monday Fun Day quarantine challenges, so make sure you follow us on Instagram at CSCYM, because we always post some pretty fun stuff on Mondays to get you involved and doing some kind of goofy things just to have some fun on Mondays, because Mondays are still not fun, even during quarantine. Mondays are never fun. So we've got some fun stuff that you guys can check out there. And of course, the next thing that you'll be able to hang out with us at is our Sunday service at 6 p.m. on Sunday. We generally hang out in the chats and see you guys on our YouTube live stream, not here, but at the My CS Church YouTube channel. You can check it out there. We'll be in the chat. If you are joining with your family earlier in the day, that's totally okay too. We'll be kind of sprinkled throughout all the chats throughout the rest of the time as well. So that's 6:30 on Saturday, 9 a.m. or 11 a.m. on Sunday. And then, of course, we generally hang out at the 6 p.m. on Sunday. So we'd love to see you guys there. One last thing before we go. If you were a part of our stream on Wednesday, we did a really sweet game called a lip sync battle. And if you were there, you'll remember it was awesome. And we invited you guys to make your own lip sync battles and be part of the next round of our battle.
Those were awesome.
They were so good.
We're still having to make one.
I know.
For our staff.
We're in the process, guys.
It's
Stay
in the
posted.
works.
Yeah, it's coming. It's going to be super awesome. But we'd love to see what you guys want to do. So remember to get us your videos in by May 22nd so that we can do it for our next round. There will be a link in the chat if you type !lip sync, sync spelled SYNC, not sink like the kitchen sink, just so we're clear. So you can do that, and then that will get you connected to be able to upload your video. We can't wait to see them.
Becky, what's happening on Sunday?
And yes, on Sunday, And hoping that you guys will remember this. It's Mother's Day. That's one other holiday that we didn't mention earlier today in our stream. But make sure that you are celebrating your moms on Mother's Day. Sometimes we forget, so this is your PSA, your reminder.
Don't say we didn't tell you.
Yes. Awesome. Thank you, Moses, for the reminder. And with that, we want to say we love you guys so much. We love your leaders for being part of our team. We can't do this without you. Thank you for being here. Happy birthday to the bajillion people who had birthdays this week. And we hope to see you at our other streams throughout the week and on Instagram. Sunday evening. Wednesday evening here or on Instagram on Monday. We love you guys. We hope you have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you on Sunday.
Bye.